Alright, everybody, hello and welcome back to another reading. A weekly fairy check-in where I will be reading what's to come this week. Let's get our sage. I hope you all are doing well. There's a full moon in Capricorn coming. And with my Capricorn placements, it's not an easy one. I don't know about you all, but Capricorns are resilient, powerful, stubborn, ambitious, career-driven, neither logical or emotional, but more naturally instinctive. They are primal, okay? There is no thinking or feeling, there is just knowing and doing with the earth signs, especially with Capricorn. There is a lot of, I'm tasting croissants from a fresh bakery. There is a lot of, so that was to distract me, great. Because now I forgot what I wanted to say. I'm still thinking, what did I want to say? Nope, I'll find it in a second anyway. So maybe because what I wanted to say wasn't correct. Sometimes that happens. But this gives me actually, I feel called to say that this is kind of like a nudge or a sign in the right direction. Aha, now I got it, exactly. Capricorn, moon, full moon in Capricorn. It actually also makes us see and learn and teach about things that we have been ignoring or avoiding, because Capricorn can be very dismissive. They can be very punctual, but they can also be very, I feel like I want to say extensive. They always wait, just like Scorpio, they wait until they pursue something, but Capricorn can take a longer time to wait. Scorpio will take a shorter time to wait because they trust their instincts faster than Capricorn. Capricorn sometimes has doubts, and that's because of the control part, okay? So this full moon is going to definitely highlight where you have been slacking. I feel like, I want to say intuitively, slacking to the point where you have been you've been underestimating things that are happening in your life. You could be avoiding karma or learning something about the slacking part. My faucet is leaking, so somebody has aura holes. It might be with general spiritual upkeep or hygiene. So let's see. Fairies, good folk, elemental spirits, and ascended masters, I hereby welcome you into this bright light circle of white lights. I hereby ask of you to show us not only what we need to know, but what we need to become aware of for this upcoming week. Share with us all the concrete and fine details about what we can expect. Let's see. And help us realize what we can do ourselves to keep our bodies and higher selves into alignment and on a higher track. Monday, today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday. Wishes are coming true. You might feel guided to the 28. I'm not going to take it, but it fell out just as an extra. You should be very careful with who or what you're listening to. You might think that your wishes are being fulfilled, but look at the difference. The little girl has covered her crown chakra and she has still hair. The little boy here is bald and has nothing to cover his crown, but he is of royalty with his neck. And royalty also stands for material wealth, right? So I feel like you need to carefully listen to what is going on around you instinctively. You should listen to Mother Nature and the signs you get from the universe and around you, because you might not be picking up on something that you think you want, but actually it's what will be detrimental for your health, but it just looks really good. Whatever you're wishing for, it just looks really good, but in actuality, it's not that great, honey. it's not that great at all. And you might be persuaded to go for it because you think or know that you have multiple wishes to give out, and you think that something is gonna close out a cycle or help you forward. But in truth of it, it's actually not well. It's not gonna work out for you in that way. There's a disconnection, or it might disconnect you from your spirituality or what truly matters to you, and it will keep you footed and grounded, yes, but it will also remove your ability to fly, ascend. Okay? I don't know what this is about. We'll clarify with tarot later. Let's just start. Listen carefully, because not all that you wish for is will be granted or is good for you. Clarify Tuesday. Thank you. So this is a lesson. This is about learning, this card. 12 and then 32. 32 to 12 is 20 times down. 20 in tarot is judgment. To 33. Interesting. So there's like this one kind of energy. That's the magician with tarot. I don't know why I'm reading the cards like that, but I just follow it because I'm intuitive. So there's this energy of manifesting something. You want to create something. You know you have all the tools to get whatever you want or wish for, right? You desire to obtain something, to receive something, to live your life in a certain type of way or with a certain type of lifestyle. You know you got to learn to receive it. You got to study. You got to work for it. You got to repeat something. You know there needs to be consistency, okay? This is all about repetition and consistency. The more you do and the more consistent you are, the better it will turn out. You might not always be in the right mood to learn, to open up, to receive, and to study, to be consistent, to really work on this plan, because it fell on a Tuesday, so it's Mars energy, right? So you might not always have the energy to stay in a consistent action or to show up every day. I feel like something's trying to block my throat chakra, but not in a way of evil eye, but in the way of thinking too much about how it will look like. So thinking too much about wording something perfectly is gonna make you F up all the ways that you try to communicate, okay? Just be yourself. Be yourself, raw and authentic, and just say the words and experience it while you go through it. The trial and error part. You might not always have the energy or confidence to do it with Mars Day, Tuesday, but there is this lesson you are needing to integrate about just doing it without thinking it's going to be perfect. Just put it out there. You will learn along the way. You will improve the more you do it. With Monday, something emotional. You really need to follow your instincts on this one, okay? You really need, and I'm getting annoyed while I'm channeling this message. So there is this emphasis, and there's this very high emotion behind it. Something is annoying to you, but it's annoying because you already know it. It's repetition. You know it. And every time you avoid doing it or you don't listen to what you feel and what you know is true, you annoy yourself and you force yourself to enter this type of energy that's pretty dense. And also, it's like you corner yourself in emotionally, okay? When you don't give in into doing what you know you have to do. You struggle with finding fun because of these things, okay? You're not having fun in your day-to-day life because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, because you're overthinking about how you need to do it. Okay, I'm getting a very annoyed energy from reading this message. It's not from the reading because it's all clear and chill out here. But when I channel in the energy of the message, there is this annoyance, this aggravation, okay? And that's very Capricorn. It's also like becoming very grumpy, okay? Capricorn is like the grumpy, the bitter, lonesome, I don't want to hear it energy, okay? Because they know better. They know better, but they're not doing it. You can be the goat, and you know you can climb up to the mountain, but it's raining, so you don't really feel like it. Or it's boring, I've already done it. That's repetition. Repetition is boring, okay? So you need to really work on that energy. It's good to look out at what your 10th house placements are in your birth chart, astrological birth chart, or to see where you have Capricorn placements, or to see if you have a 10th house somewhere. So you can see how or whatever is influencing your energy with this full moon and why you're picking up on these aggravations with yourself or annoyances, okay? Because this is what's keeping you from having fun and getting into alignment. You keep judging yourself or you keep judging your process. And exactly that's why you're not having fun, because you constantly block yourself. Wednesday. There is an influence, exactly. There is an outside influence that does want you to fall flat on your face. They wish you karma and they send you false truths about this scenario to your third eye. I just felt it. They want you to believe and think that the reason that you're not having fun or enjoying is from something else. They want you to think and believe that whatever you're struggling with internally is because of something else. Exactly, my nose is playing up. So there's this defensive energy, and then we go with 1. So, okay, so you learn, but then you become defensive and annoyed and angry. And this Wednesday, you will physically experience this pattern. Because on Wednesday, you will feel like you might have the calling today to do something. You feel called to invest in something, to put your, I feel like I want to say best foot forward, you know? But then you wake up, you do it, you doubt about the process, you block yourself, and the next day, on Wednesday, you completely wake up annoyed, aggravated, in a lower vibration, because 13 also stands for death energy, right? And also 12 in numerology stands for being on the right path. It's number 10 and 2, which actually breaks down to 1 and actually breaks down to 3 in total. So 3 is like about communication, about really understanding the creativity or the connection, a dynamic behind what you feel you want to connect to. Friendships, communication, thinking. But the 2 stands for harmony and balance. 1 stands for new beginnings. So there's this new beginning, but then you try to, how do I say that? You try to talk your way out of it or over it. And that's when this evil eye is coming in, because that evil eye will throw you a little bit mud into your expressions or how you talk and communicate with yourself, to kind of block the truth from actually coming through and understanding you need to take accountability for something that you are personally not doing in your life that you need to do. So this is going to be a moon of accountability. 34 on the bottom. We just had 33. We go 1 up. Magician. Accepting and calling in that energy, because you accept the energy from outside, blocking your internal world by letting that false narrative, how do you call it? Create troubled waters in your own internal, I feel like I want to say oasis. Because there's something that's trying to distract me. You accepting that narrative is only going to have you fall under this, I feel like I want to say pattern, where you judge yourself and that creates holes in your aura. People can send you evil eye. You take that evil eye and twist it as your truth. You own it. And now that evil eye is blocking your life, your ideas, whatever it is. They really don't want me to say this. I don't know whatever's trying to block me. But there is this energy that tries to constantly wipe my memory while I'm saying this, while I'm channeling this. I can see somebody's intention of wanting to wipe the memory of this channeled message. A minute, please. Okay, so I have this feeling like there is something that tries to wipe the memory of this channeled message, and the reason why is because whatever this energy is, it doesn't want you to understand this pattern that you're going through, so you won't be able to ascend, because now we have constantly this that smells intense. There is this, we're definitely going to clarify with tarot, but there's this emphasis on wanting to make you believe that you're the one calling in bad luck, and that's the reason why things aren't going well in your life, when it's actually a combination of 2 things. You're not holding yourself accountable, first of all, and the second of all is you're not opening up to the possibility and understanding that there are people around you that really want to see you fall. And the reason why is because 13 is not only the number in tarot of death that speaks about the endings, transformations, beginning anew, letting something go that isn't good for you anymore, you know, something unhealthy. But there's always the break of a new dawn, something beautiful and, how do I say it, more better coming out of it than what you thought you were gonna let go of. Let's see what Thursday is gonna say. Exactly. You see the 25 on the card. It speaks about you falling flat on your ass, being stuck, and then asking, for example, elemental spirits or spirit animals for help. But this can also be your guides. Swans stand for Shakti and Shiva power, divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So this speaks also about balance, turning inwards and asking your higher self what's going on. How did I get caught up in this situation or in this mess? Then you have Helena behind it that speaks about wisdom, eternal wisdom, sacred knowledge, and understanding of universal power and influences that they have on your life. So they don't want you to understand and become wiser. Then we have 33 behind it. That's just the card that we just now saw on the bottom. It speaks about that's why you're not having fun. Because there's this constant conflict happening between you not understanding what's happening in your life, because there's lack of accountability and a piece of blindness, intuitive blindness that's happening. Let's see what's going to happen on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then see the challenges and do the tarot to clarify what it is. Exactly. They don't want you to see that so you won't close out a cycle. 2, 1, that's 3 in total. But 21 is the opposite of 12. Do you see this, y'all? 12 to 21, it's just mirroring. So there's somebody who's trying to mirror you, but because they are karmic and in lower vibration, you constantly think that they are not blocking you. You think that this is somebody who maybe wants to help. This is somebody who is... That's actually not what... (24 to 36). They want you to constantly think that every time you get pushed or fall flat on your ass, it's the universe mirroring back to you that you're just not doing something right, but it's not it. It's somebody who's trying to mirror your moves, but because they're karmic, they project negative shit onto you, making you fall flat on your face. Okay? There's this... They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to... And I'm also getting samsara now. So they don't want you to understand about the wheel of suffering, how this is actually affecting your physical life. And how this earthly... actually, especially Western view on what spirituality actually means, what ascension means, what does duality mean, what is life, death, and rebirth. All these topics. How the universe responds to us, the universal laws. They want you to twist and turn that knowledge so it doesn't have the active and actual effect it does on your life. And it's actually helping you move forward, helping you grow, helping you ascend, helping you become a better person, helping you from this cycle of eventually reincarnating on Earth, okay? And whoever this energy is, they constantly want you to think that you're just uneducated. They want you to think that you're unexperienced. They want you to think that you're a little baby, ungrown, that you haven't learned anything at all, that you're just starting. But that's because they are in that energy. But because they're mirroring you, they're projecting it onto you. Yeah, I'm getting like real annoyance in the ethers about this person. Yeah, so the Most High, you see number 3, the Most High is guiding you through this journey, constantly having your back. You have shadow and light beings helping you through this process. But there's this big misunderstanding that because you're part of the crowd, you're part of their journey. You might be part of the collective, but you are not the collective, okay? Your journey and your experience are completely different. So there needs to be a big understanding on that, okay, you might be part of the same clique of spiritual people, but you're more advanced than them. You know what I mean? You might all work in the same area, but you're more experienced than them. That's something you really need to accept, and it doesn't have to do anything with a god complex, because I'm not feeling a god complex or like big head syndrome or an overactive crown chakra. I actually feel a very healthy sense of security, understanding the truth. The truth is, yes, you've put in the work and you are wise, you know more than other people, but it's not because you're cocky. It's because you have just put in more effort into your studies, and that's just it. You are more advanced. You are more experienced, you are more authoritative, you have more to say and to do and to be capable of around you than others. And all those people who aren't, they look at you and they put you on a pedestal, and that's why they try to pull you down. Because you don't place yourself on a pedestal, you still walk beneath them on the same floor, the same ground. You still evenly walk this whole journey out with them. But they can't handle that shit, bro. And I can't handle it either. Intuition, confirmation. Number one, that's intuition. You know your instincts. You are very connected to divine waters, to your own intuition, to your instincts. You know, you may be claircognizant, so you already know what's happening. You don't even have to explain it. You just know when something is off. And that's what you need to follow, okay? Because we have Monday today. We just had, this is why you won't have fun. You don't trust that you know. This is why you can't enjoy and rejoice every time you do something. And that's why you lack with accountability. Because you also don't want to take accountability for the good things in your life. And the good things in your life are the gifts you do have. That what you do know about yourself. You know you are intuitive and you are very strong. So why not act like it? Why act like you're doubting about what you feel is true? Because that's disrespectful to yourself. It's not being loyal to your own feeling, okay? Not being loyal to your own feeling will cause friction between you and yourself, your higher self, aka your ego and your higher self, constantly creating scenarios, thoughts, feelings, moments, implications, situations, whatever you want to call them, that actually block you in your day-to-day life, forcing you to end up in this defensive energy. Wednesday, mentally defensive. Mercury, thoughts, communication, trying to battle people off, trying to be defensive, thinking that everybody's attacking your character or attacking how you feel. No, that's all wrong. And the reason why you do that is because you don't trust what you know, what you feel, okay? And not feeling as in emotions, feeling as in instinct. It's unexplainable. It's a sense. It's an impulse. Okay, clarify fairies, good folk, elemental spirits, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thank you. Okay, before I shuffle, because what the hell is this? So, 16 reversed. Let's see if the camera can... Yeah. Alright. 16 reversed, it speaks about ascending, but it also speaks about taking a higher road. And then on the bottom, we have 35. This is about 3 witches are trying to lure a masculine energy into a complete direction or different direction than what their intuition is telling them to do, okay? So on Thursday, it's the planet of Jupiter. It's the planet of luck, expansions, okay? There is this energy of you feeling or thinking, and I feel like it has to do with Wednesday, because you gave into feeling mentally defensive. You stopped giving into feeling your intuition, so you kind of might feel lost. You gave up on believing that something is going to work out. That's something that you will be lucky, okay? I do feel like the tide will turn. The tide will turn because on Friday, I'm sensing that the energy or the card will be more positive than on Thursday. But you will definitely feel the weight of Wednesday. And if you see something funky, actually, there's this darkness, light, and darkness, light. So there will be a constant playing. It's a very symbiotic dance between your divine feminine and divine masculine energy, your yin and yang energy, being very passive, then very active, being very thoughtful, but then being very how do you call it, taking more action, stuck in your mind, stuck in your heart, in your body. There's just this dance that just kind of goes back and forth. And it definitely wants to teach you something, because this light card is not necessarily negative, but when it's reversed, the darkness is rising more. You know, it's more on top. And the trees, you know what they say, as above, so below. You can't, like, roots, what is it? Branches to heaven because my roots go to hell. So there's this understanding that you can't have one without the other, okay? It might bring you down a little bit, it might give you karma, and it might force you to accept this kind of bad luck. And it's also because you accepted mentally to go in a different direction with your mind, with 35 on the bottom. We just had 34. So there's you're going to see the pattern this week. It's going to be very obvious, but you will see how your steps, a step up or a step back, is really going to teach you something about your instincts, and about taking accountability, about your mindset, and about how you want to achieve things in your life. And then we have the Undying again on the bottom behind it. So there's this like lack of trusting what you feel and what you know for this week. That's definitely going to play out very big. I'm really curious to what Friday is going to bring, because 16, that's the number of the tower, reversed. So there's something in your subconscious where you will feel stuck. You will subconsciously believe or think that there's some bad luck, but it's just because people are trying to really steer you wrong. So there's this energy of people trying to tell you that what you feel is not true, or what you know, what you're sharing in communication. There's going to be very subtle hints that are actually going to tell you that, something is off. And that feeling you should follow, for sure. Clarify Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Exactly. You'll be let out of this ish hole. Do you see how it starts with her taking, how do you call it, advice from the trees, the ancestors, and then it's like she stands in the portal of the forest and then she walks out of one, right? You walk back out of them. But instead of being one little girl, you're 3 little elves. So it's like your mind, your body, and your soul is split up into 3 little shards, okay? But it's not to make you feel smaller, even though you will. It's to show you how those individual parts of your existence, of your becoming, are evolving, how your mind is growing individually, how your body is growing individually, how your soul is growing individually. And with your body, I mean, well, actually your body is mind, and then how your heart is, because I need to correct myself. It's heart, body, and soul. Because your body is already the mind. It's the nervous system. That's the mind. So it's the heart, body, and soul. Okay? And 27, that's 9. So your intuition, you're going to understand how your intuition has been guiding you all along. How your intuition has been, I hear the word propagating, but how your intuition has been kind of nudging you to go this way. And then you have this owl, a sense for wisdom, and also for a watchful eye. You are guided, and you will feel like that. You will feel how you will be, removed out of this subconscious like rut that you're in. Even though you might struggle with understanding why or how, or finding the love in that moment, like being actually happy and satisfied, loving yourself who you are, loving yourself from all sides, right? When you're very angry or upset, or when you're cold-hearted, or when you're arrogant to people, or when you overthink and you feel worthless or hopeless, or when you actually are worthless and hopeless to somebody or a situation. Loving yourself means also accepting those sides of you, because those versions also make up to who you are today or who you will become. Doesn't mean that those parts of you define your true identity, but it does mean that those parts of yourself, they shape your identity, okay? It's like a mold. But the beautiful thing is, because we are so spiritually aware, we can change this mold any given time. Helena on the bottom, you won't understand what happened. You will think something effed you up in the middle of the week, especially on Wednesday. Something might have happened that really caught you off guard, or you might tell yourself that something really tried to keep you out of your alignment, but that's not true. This is all part of the process of getting back into alignment, okay? We're going to clarify that for sure with tarot later, but I just want to point that out because that's what I'm getting. And then with Helena on the bottom, with number 14, that's temperance. You might feel impatient, okay? You might feel like, okay, well, I know this is part of my journey, but I want it to go faster, or I want it to hurry up, or I want people to understand me more or quicker, or blah, 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 blah. I feel like there's this rush energy behind it. And that's also what is effing up the process. And it's very Capricorn, actually. Because Capricorn energy wants to get it now and they want to get it done. That's the control part. That's the authoritarian part of them. They want that power and that control, so they want it now. Okay? Because they're highly ambitious. They're a hard worker. They can overwork. You're in the same energy when it comes to your healing or your process right now. You're forcing yourself to finish something that you rationally can't finish in the time frame that you wanted to get done, and all because you intuitively are deflective of your own instincts. You are ignoring your own instincts right now, and that's not okay. Because what it's doing, it's creating openings in your aura, it's creating other energies to come in and affect you. And it's honestly creating and bringing in so much darkness. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And the trees are very significant. So your ancestors are really with you. It can also be that not only your ancestors, but just Mother Nature is calling out to you. They're calling out to you because they want to get in contact with you or trying to link with your intuition. Going outside right now, if you feel called to go outside, you should. Mother Earth and nature is trying to help you absorb this negative energy and remove it from you, okay? Because trees and nature, they work like that. They absorb and they change the energy. They help you remove what is stuck on or around your auric field because of the magnetic field that are hard scary, okay? Clarify Saturday and Sunday, because Saturday, that is Capricorn's day. Thank you. Thank you. On Sunday, jeez. Oh, hell no. Okay. So on Saturday, you're going to get a big ass confirmation that your intuition was right. You were on point with something. So that's why I said it's all going to be well. Actually only Wednesday and Thursday will really scramble your mind up a bit. For the rest of the week, you will really move through it. Sunday, you will experience it. You will feel how people are going to try and like annoy you. They're going to try and force this energy of like getting into those holes of your aura while you actually are closed off. They're going to try and steal something from you. That balance, that love, that connection, that peace, okay? Confirmation, because I'm hearing a siren outside, and you know how I think about synchronicities, y'all. Then you have 30 on the bottom, 36 on the bottom. So 6 minus 30 can also be 29. We didn't see 29 in the deck. I'm not going to search for it. 28. Wait a minute. That's 25. 25, 26, 27. 36. 4. Yeah, I'm feeling called to do that. Aha, exactly. That's why I came through in the challenge. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. You see, these people are really gonna... Let's see if it's still correct in the frame. Sometimes I need to buy a higher thing. How do you call it? A standard. I need to buy a higher standard.
Oh, you're talking? Okay. I wasn't sure if you were still... Oh.
I am. I'll cut it out. I have a lovely guest on the scene, guys. I won't cut it out, actually. Raw editing. Wait. I talk through my videos, yes.
Sorry.
It's fine. So, we have a challenge over here. 23, 31, 4, 20, and 36. So let's just go back to number 6 on Sunday, right? This is the energy of stealing, of theft. People trying to get away with something behind your back. And probably because somebody else set something up. You see this woman hiding behind a cave, looking to see, looking to see if the elves on top of the cave are doing what they're supposed to do. They're blocking and annoying the nymphs, the forest nymphs and the water nymphs, because they're stealing their garments while they're bathing, you know? So that's also some type of protection. People are trying to steal that protection that you have because your aura is squeaky clean, I'm hearing. So the holes in your aura are closed, you're protected and divinely guided. And these people try to make you believe that you're not, so you create more openings and doubt yourself. And they use your buttons to push them so you block yourself even more, so they have more space to affect your life with whatever they try to do. Because I don't like to get into that karmic energy anymore. People can honestly GTFO, because constantly being spiritually attacked, or people sending you evil eye, people plotting behind your back, all that energy, it's not healthy to constantly dig for what they're trying to do. Just know you have enemies that are trying to bring you down. They will go to any extensive length to do that. That's it. You know in your gut if it will work or not. That's what's going to help you through this, okay? So with number 6, that speaks about the stealing part, the getting away with something. On Sunday, you will get enlightenment about it, okay? Sunday is the day of enlightenment, of the truth, of becoming aware. It's masculine energy, becoming active, understanding new information. Saturday is the day of karma, of hard work, of finances, abundance, root chakra energy, Saturn, okay? you're gonna get and understand that wasn't karma at all. It was your intuition telling you what's going on around you. And then on Sunday, you will get the epiphany that people are actually really trying to steal your protection and trying to keep you from being so in alignment with yourself, so you won't emotionally complete a certain cycle. You won't intuitively connect with your body of water. Okay? 36 adds up to 9. 9 stands for intuition. That's why on Friday, that's why I was like, there's something that's correlating here with the numbers. So Friday is also 27, also adds up to 9. So you will feel that you weren't struggling with loving yourself. You will feel that there are other people that struggle with them not loving themselves the way that you do. And that's why they try to come for you. And they do this all again with what? 9 on the bottom. So the angel number for this week is 999. I'll put it in the bio. This is 9, closing out a cycle. Do you guys remember when we had 12 to the 21 with the old man? That's this energy. They don't want you to close out this cycle. They want you to stay stuck in this cycle till you're an old, grumpy, and dried raisined old person. Grandpa or grandma or just an individual. They don't want you to close out this cycle. They don't want you to protect yourself. You see this fence keeping you away from all these beastly and animalistic and whimsical beings. The trees that twist and turn, the fairies that chitter and chatter on beneath the roots of the trees, what are these, goblins, the elves that try to lurk and peep through. These are all peoples that kind of felt stuck in this routine and morphed into this cycle of karmic energy, and they turn into beings that just now watch over others. I'm hearing watchful eye. So they keep a watchful eye they keep a watchful eye over other people around them because they themselves haven't reached or were never able to break cycles that they see that you are breaking. Okay, I'm hearing this could be parents, this could be family members, siblings, this could be old friends, this could be friends that you've been around for a long time, 4+ years, I'm hearing 5+ years, somebody even 19 years. Letters BHOS are coming through. The challenge for this week, I don't even feel like clarifying with tarot, actually. I will do it, but I don't even feel like doing it because I feel like I clarified it enough. It's a very clear reading, honestly. It's very clear. So 23, 31, 4, 20, 36. The challenge for this week is really not tumbling and falling for exactly what we spoke about last week. This judgment that you force upon yourself or upon others about your own journey. There's this higher understanding. You're very connected to your ancestors, even though you don't understand how, or if you don't understand the whole workings behind it. I'm hearing the woodworks. There's this innate understanding. You just know what to do. It's like your consciousness, your compass is just telling you yes or no. Like, this is good for you, this isn't. The challenge for you is to really fall back into belief that these people are speaking the truth about you. They're gonna come back for another round. Like another round of trying to attack you. And why is because they really don't want you to close out this cycle. They don't want you to protect yourself from them. You see how this fence here is closed, and then here at the last card, the half is open because they are around the body of water. They don't want you to protect your sacred waters, your divine feminine energy, your subconscious. They don't want you to protect your subconscious, because when you protect your subconscious, they can't get something, and I want to figure out what, because it's important to understand what exactly your enemy wants from you, so you know how to protect yourself even more. Clarify why whoever this karmic energy or entity is doesn't want my collective to protect their body of water. This can also be your body, by the way, your physical body, since we're made out of 70 or 80% of water. So this can also be an entity, a shadow entity, or an energy. You see 23, and it fell very strongly on that. It was about stealing. 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. They don't want you to learn about something that's coming into your future. So something that you have been waiting on It's going to be very abundant, something that you earned, something that you worked hard for. 8 plus 3 is 11, something that you are deserving of getting. Okay, it's your karma, it's your divine karma, it's your blessing to receive it. The world, this can be fame, recognition. This could be you becoming famous. This could be being known all over the world. This could be traveling around the world, new opportunities around the whole world. For an example, if you have a business, your business will sell. It will be an international business. You will go around the whole world with your travels, with your understanding. If you had the feeling, I feel like she's bronze, right? It's like 3rd place. You will be one out of 3 people. You will be like the 3rd best of something. Again, with the 3 of Wands, there's something that you really earned. And they don't want you to understand or believe that. They want you to believe that it's a lie. That whatever, that your hard work, that you, oh, this is so disgusting. King of Swords, 7 of Swords to the 3 of Swords. They want you to break your own, to the Hanged Man, motherfuckers. To the 4 of Swords. You see, that's your subconscious. To what? 7 of Wands. They want you to become so defensive in your subconscious by making you think and believe that what you know is true. That your ability to reach such a big public, or for example, because I'm getting like weird things. I'm getting like the Golden Globe. I'm getting the awards. I'm getting a Grammy. I'm getting a nomination. I'm getting crazy worldly awards. I'm getting this, I don't know what it is, but I'm picking up on a lot of very big and famous organizations that will really show your face. I'm getting billboards, okay? I'm getting commercials. Fame. Known. Your name will be known. Your face will be known. Your work will be known. Your product will be known. These people don't want you to do that. They want you to believe that it was all a lie. They don't want you to believe that you're that good. They don't want you to believe you put in so much hard work. They don't want you to believe that you deserve something. They want your mind to completely fall into agony and think that you're not worthy of receiving something. So you'll subconsciously will always be defensive about what's coming, eventually betraying yourself, blocking every future opportunity and destined experience that you are meant to go through, to eventually take not only your happiness, but I feel like your luck. Exactly. The devil before, exactly the Wheel of Fortune. This is how they destiny swap. So this is just somebody who tries to destiny swap with you. And that's how I'm going to close out the reading, because I do not condone any destiny swapper. I rebuke all destiny swappers in the name of the Almighty Creator. I made the devil collect your own soul. This can also be the devil honestly doing this to you, because when I spoke about body of water, they could definitely send an entity to you. What's actually funny, because I did a very let's just say I knew that I removed an entity from myself 2 days ago. I did a very good cleanse and I removed a dark and deep entity. It was a very big shadow figure that was attached to my solar plexus. Solar plexus stands about what? Speaks about identity, hard work. That's this masculine energy. It's the sun energy. Okay? So whoever or whatever this is, they don't want you to believe that there's something that wants to attach to you. Okay? So really protect yourself. Keep your spiritual hygiene up. Otherwise, it wouldn't come out that you're protected. So it means that you are doing the work. Again, you've always been doing the work. Don't let any thought or feeling or person tell you otherwise or make you feel otherwise. You know the truth about yourself. That's the only thing that matters. And you should carry that on your heart as a freaking motto. I know who I am, and that's it. That's going to be the affirmation or title of this reading. Because exactly, they want you to betray yourself. 10 of Swords in the bottom. But it won't work, because the bottom position is what? A challenge. It will be very, very challenging for you, for other people to create a rift between you and yourself. People can't do that anymore. You're too balanced for that stuff. You know the difference between, you can discern, you know what energy is prideful and what is like humbling. You know when you did something wrong and when somebody else is doing you wrong. Exactly. They don't want you to have happiness and love. They want you to think that you're not going to receive the love that you've been praying for, manifesting of, the dream family, the fairy tale ending. Anything that you honestly wish for or have been wishing for since you was a kid. You see 6 of Hearts also stands for children. Anything that you've been wishing for, all the dreams you had as a child, they want to break that shit. The devil wants to break that shit, bro. And you know what's funny? We're going to break the devil. And you know how you break the devil? By not following him. By not listening to him. You break the devil by following and devoting yourself to divine powers, to discipline, to not giving into temptation, to giving into love and not lust, to following your heart space. That's how you break the devil. By doing anything that the devil, like the opposite of what the devil wants you to do. That's how you fight him and break his ass. So that's what you need to do. Every time somebody wants you to become doubtful, you trust even harder. Every time somebody wants you to judge you, you take a step back and you stay silent. Every time somebody wants to trigger you, so you speak up, you stay silent again. Every time somebody wants to change the way that you look at yourself, you believe harder in what you know about yourself. Every time somebody tries to make you think that you know isn't true, you believe your truth even harder. I'm hearing Waka Flocka Hard in the Paint, so that's a very good song that might correlate as a channeled message. I go hard in the paint. I swear, it's a good song. So yeah, thank you all for watching for this reading. 999, I know who I am, and that's it. Okay? See you all with the next one. Bye.